Hi everyone, welcome back to Painted. We are here working on our next steps in our holiday wooden cutout projects. Super cute, lots going on. We're going to address all three today, both the house, the wreath, and the snowman are all getting worked on today, so you're going to get to see a little bit of what's happened on each of them. I do have a few things I want to share with everybody. Before we get going, I just wanted to let everybody know what's going on. Sorry, get notifications. I gotta clear them out of the way so I can see myself talk. Gee, that's a thrill. We have a bunch of events coming up here at Painted. As you know, we are less than a week away from Thanksgiving, so Black Friday and Shop Small Saturday and Cyber Monday follow right away. And as a result, we will be having our open house on Black Friday. We will have wonderful fun things happening. We will have ornament making. We will have some snacks and some beverages. And my friend Olivia Black is coming out and will be doing live readings. She'll probably be doing, I think what she's going to be doing is tarot cards, just for the fun of it. A little holiday, end of the year closure, predictions of happiness for what's coming up for you. So we got some cool things happening at that open house. We also have special sales happening both online and in the studio. So Cyber Mondays, obviously cyber sales. Those are online sales only. Friday and Saturday, we will be doing 15% off for Black Friday and Shop Small Saturday. And I think that is really kind of a fun thing that we got going on. And then on December 8th, am I correct? I've got the right date? Yep, I'm checking my notes because I have them on my board over here. December 8th, we are having our holiday painting party where you can join us and choose the cutout shape of your choice and create any finish that makes you happy on your cutout. And that will also have beverages and some snacks, and we're going to be doing a whole kind of holiday fiesta for that. So I hope to see some of you there. And alrighty, now that I have announced what's going on, pulling up my sleeves, let's dig into our projects. All right, I'm going to angle down so I know you can see. This is our snowman cutout. And as you can see, I've already painted some colors on here. What I've done, this has got matte metallic snow SetCoat, which means that it is a very low sheen metallic white on here, which I thought would be great for snow. I've painted the top hat black. I've left the band empty because we're gonna paint it red today. So I gotta smack the jars to get them open, because why? Because I never clean off the edge of a jar. Drive everybody crazy with this.
Yep.
If I keep knocking, maybe somebody will come in. Hey, would you mind using the paint key and cracking that open for me? So meanwhile, I still have to tape this up while Camilla's giving me a hand cracking it open, so you don't have to sit there and watch me whack the crap out of the jar and not have it work. And if she can't get it open with the paint key, I know I can. But I just thought I'd spare you that. So I'm going to tape off the hat here. Why? Because I want my red line nice and crisp. And we're doing 2 stages at once today. And I have to go back also, and I'm going to turn on the hot box, so that's working for us while we're doing things today. Okay, so you can see I'm actually taping slightly under the black line. Why? Because I want to make sure that my lines of black and red meet without any accidental white gap there, or wood colored gap. Any luck? Here, you're gonna let me have it.
Give it a try. Maybe I loosened it. It's really.
I didn't use that much red the other day. All right, let me. This is what I do all the time. I'm always
I'm gonna turn
not
it.
cleaning it up. And so I go around with the paint key, pop the edges. Usually that's enough to let it loosen. And I was right. There we go. Okay, folks, don't do to your paint jars what I do to mine. Clean your edges. Learn from my mistake. God knows I don't learn from this one. I keep doing the same mistake over and over. All right, so I'm just painting a red band on our snowman's hat. I'm gonna pat down on the side a little and pat down on the side a little here. And we're gonna set our little Frosty off to the side. Would you mind putting him in the hot box? Thank you. So we're gonna set Frosty off. That was a lot of work for a very tiny amount of red paint, I have to tell you. So then the next thing we're going to bring around is our wreath. And look how pretty those two shades of paint dried. That is so nice. You get a real nice tone on tone, kind of branchy feeling, but that's hardly enough for me. So I picked up on Amazon, and trust me, I went looking. Little pine cones, a little pine bough, super cute. I have sprayed the back with some spray adhesive so that when I lay it down, it doesn't move. And we're going to put some pine cone shapes and branches here on our wreath with foils. We're going to make the foils be part of the design. I have a little thin down foil adhesive. When I thin my foil adhesive, I put it in a different jar or a different container so I don't pollute the whole large can. I'm putting it in a paint tray, little tiny paint tray. Wiz makes not only little rollers, but they make little paint pans instead of the full-size ones, so I don't have to worry about wasting tons of product. And I got a little Wiz roller. If I don't like how it goes on with this, I'll pick up a paintbrush. I also lined my pan with a little bit of press and seal, just because foil adhesive especially can be really messy to clean up, and it's just faster if I put a little liner in the pan. And I'm carefully paying attention to where my roller is hitting things so I don't accidentally get it over the edges. Now, I can help myself. I can put a piece of tape there. Hey, Renee. Hi, Rima. Nice to see you, ladies. Okay, I'm going to pop this up, and we're going to move it around. And again, here we go. Nice imprint. I don't even have to use this in the thin version. If I'd used it, you know, completely normal. I normally thin mine a little bit just because I find it levels on larger surfaces a little better, but I don't necessarily have to do that. I could use it straight out of the can. It might actually be a little easier with a stencil simply because it keeps it from seeping. Put that down. Clean that off there. And this is why I'm careful also with the rollers, because if I thin my foil adhesive, it will want to seep a little bit, and I can see it seeping right in here. I'm not really happy with this. This is gonna annoy me. Well, no, maybe I'm all right. We're gonna see. So there, we're gonna put that. Let's see, we'll put that way. As you can see, I always try to really think about my placement so that I don't want this to look the same pattern over and over and over again so you can't see what it is. So what I'm gonna do with this will be one color, and then I will do the stencil over again in with the same thing, but I'm gonna change the color up so that we get some depth into this. way. I think I like it that way. Alrighty. Now we're going to put this back in the hot box as soon as I'm done. And the size should be set up and ready for us to apply foil by the time I've finished the next piece. Now I'm going to, normally I wash my stencils right away, but I will probably put some more foil adhesive on as soon as I've put the foil on. Oh, thank you, Rima. I appreciate it. All right, give me just a second. I'm walking back to our brand new hot box that isn't blowing.
It was on.
It's not on now. Gotta crank the fan. Gotta turn it all the way. So you hear some conversations back and forth with us because we're working with new equipment, and each one of us takes a little time to figure out how best to make them work. And I just threw stuff on the floor, but that's not a big deal. And here's our third thing from yesterday. Here's our pretty. Hi, Minetta. Nice to see you. So you can see this is our house that we did yesterday. This is the one that we rolled with the Moroccan roller with the navy salmon oils, water-based stain mixed with a little SetCoat clear. And then I mixed the same brand's water-based stain in forest green with our Artsyville glaze and applied it over the top. It's now dry as a bone. It is so pretty. I love this. This house is so cute. So I could leave it like this, but it would just sort of be a big blah square. So the next step, what we're going to do, and again, gotta love Amazon when I'm trying to find something fast. Found a cute little Christmas tree. So we're going to put that Christmas tree right here. Yes, I'm doing it off center on purpose. Now, I have lots of options. I could use paint on here, and I could do each ornament and do that definitely, but I want to offset how dark this is. So I'm going to do something a little different. I'm going to take our Artsyville bead gel, mix it. As you can see, it comes out of the container. I'm going to scoop some in here. At some point today, I'll remember to put on a pair of gloves. Probably not right now, though, as I scoop and put more stuff in with no gloves on. Someday I'll remember, she says. So I've got that. Now the Artsyville bead gel has glass beads in here, and it looks white, but it dries transparent, 100% transparent. That is an acrylic medium, clear acrylic medium in there that makes it look like that. Alrighty, so the next thing I'm going to do is I was given some samples of different glitters and mica powder kind of stuff, mini mica flakes. So we're going to test them out in this. I want to try these new products that I was sent samples of. I do have a gorgeous Artsyville silver foil. I mean, silver glitter already, but I'm always looking to see what's available. Add to the inventory. So I'm pouring a bunch of silver in here. I'm pouring a bunch of what's called crystal clear. We're gonna make this as glittery as we can make it because it's holiday tree. And then I'm gonna use a little bit of this sparkling mica. So we're gonna have a little bit, and this will not only make it sparkle, but it'll make it stand out against the dark green. And I mix it up really well. And it doesn't look like nothing now. And my nice double negative. Oh, my English teacher would be horrified. It's all the same stuff I correct my son from, so yeah, I'm gonna get in trouble for that one. Maybe I'll put a little more silver in here. I want this to be really glittery. Why? Because I like shiny things. Hi, Sarah. Nice to see you here. Okay, so I put more silver in there. Yeah, it's really shiny glitter because even just a dusting of it, look at it. My hand is all nice and glittery. This is very, very, very fine glitter. It's finer than what I normally have in stock, so it's a little like dust. Okay, so now I've mixed this all up, and this does not look at all interesting and exciting. I get that. But we're gonna put this, as I knock more things over every moment we do something. I'm gonna turn it this way because I need it closer to me, and you'll see it better on the screen if I shove it closer to you too. What you guys can't see off screen is that there's piles of stuff around me. And my assistant Camilla is across the table working on her stuff, so it's not like I can shove things over. She might beat me cross-eyed if I did that. So I'm gonna grab that. Let me grab a trowel. So again, my favorite thing to use for something like glass beads are old credit cards, old hotel room keys, all of this stuff. I know you all have heard this story before, but this is per example. My mother used to save her hotel room keys when she traveled, put them in a rubber band, and stick them in my Christmas stocking. It was, still is, one of the best gifts I've ever received. Always will be. If she was still here, she'd still be doing it. All right, I'm gonna put gloves on for this because I know what a mess. This stuff will stick to me forever. Alrighty. And that's it there. I've got my mix here. And this is my old M-Life card from, I think, the first time I went to Vegas. Jennifer, you see this card? This is all your fault. All right, and then I butter it across the surface. And when I say butter, I mean smooth it, like almost like I'm frosting a cake with it. I'm trying to get approximately one bead thickness onto the surface. And I'm not scraping it because when I scrape, I lose all the beads. The beads will it'll leave behind some medium, but it won't leave any beads behind. This is such a pretty thing when it finally dries. Those of you who have taken classes with me might remember I've taught you all how to make your own bead gel. Well, the nice thing is now I have some with the beads, the majority of the beads already in it, and then you can add whatever embellishment or use it as is. And yes, I put spray adhesive on the back of the stencil so it wouldn't shift and we'd reduce bleed under. And again, reminder, spray adhesive does not prevent bleeding. What it does is it prevents the stencil from lifting and shifting, which is one of the biggest reasons you have bleed. What is one of the other big reasons? It's your product's too thin and you're applying it too heavy. Oh, a little like I did with the foil adhesive. And that will seep under no matter what you put on as an adhesive for a stencil. So you have to be careful using your products. Alrighty. I think I made almost, well, it looks like I barely made enough, but when I take the stencil off, you'll see that I actually made almost twice as much as I needed. But I have to have almost this much just to get the stencil filled. Because you don't try to scrape it and backfill it and go really super careful and delicate around the edges. When you have bead gel, you need to get it on, fill the openings for the stencil, lift the stencil, then clean it. And if you didn't understand what I said, one more time, you don't try to carefully feed bead gel into stencil openings. You accept that it's going to go between the openings at this point and look like you just have a big pasty mess. All right, so I'm gonna lift this off carefully, and always lift the top and pull it full towards you, because if you lift the bottom and drop it, it'll fall back on. Look how cute that came out. Oh my God, just in the white like this, it is darling. Oh my God, I'm actually loving this right now. Look how cute that stencil looks on there. Oh, so cute like that. Now what I'm gonna do is put this back in the hot box, bring out one of the other projects. We'll work on that. And before the end of the live, I'll pull this out and we'll probably see that it's dried on some of the smaller spots, because the background will clear and you'll see the glass beads and all the glitter and mica in here. So this will change how it appears, and I'll show it to you by the end of the video. I'll be right back with the next project. I had somebody message me the other day and ask me why I needed a hot box. It's a simple answer in that we do so many projects, one right after the other, especially if I was teaching a class or something. I need to make sure the projects are dry so that we can get to the next stage. All right, so you can see this red here, right up here, it's a little wet, but down here, it's all nice and dry. Why? Because it's soaked right into the wood. I'm gonna grab another brush. That's too big a brush. I think at some point in my life I'd remember to put the brushes down before I start this. And I don't. I only remember a certain number of brushes. So here we go. I also get asked, why don't you have everything ready every second for all the presentations? I've had that. Comes up more on when I post these to YouTube. The answer is, I got 3 projects laid out. I forget things sometimes. It just happens. All right, so what I'm doing now, the rest of the foil adhesive that was left over from putting the branches on the pine cone, I'm gonna put a little bit foil adhesive right in here. Okay, not a little bit. All right, and that's gonna sit and dry. I'll be right back. This is gonna go into the hot box again. Just let this cure up for our next step. Okay, that worked. Okay, we are back with our wreath. I can take this off now. Some interesting things recently covered with foils. We had a couple people who struggled with some issues with foils, and it took a little time to figure out what the issue was. I'm testing this. I've got to let this cool off a little before I put stuff in, because when you heat things like adhesive, it gets gummy and you have to wait until it cools down before you want to put a foil over it. It could be, you could end up ripping it back off. So the issue, let me flip the camera up for a second. So foil and foil adhesives can have a little bit of a mind of their own. So even the best adhesive doesn't work if your foil's cold. Foil does not like to be cold. Adhesive doesn't like to be cold. All it does is give you a very bad release. The other thing that we had, and you saw that, I had some issues with cold foil pulling everything back off because the foil was crabby and cold, and it was sticking, the adhesive was sticking to the weirdest spots on it. It was really a problem. And really that was that the adhesive was cold, the foil was cold, and then I hadn't let it set up long enough. The other part of this that happens is in the summertime, adhesives set up really fast. I can put something on and be ready to go because the heat helps kind of create more evaporation. In the cold, it takes longer. So even if you're in a room with heat, if you're in a humid place, it can take longer during the cold for it to actually set up well enough to be bonding to your surfaces. So play with foil before you just dive into a project. As you see, I dive into projects, my failures show up, you see me making messes, so you learn from my mistakes. The other thing we really had a big discovery on recently is super high humidity is a challenge for our adhesive. So if you're in a place that's cold with 99% humidity, like my dear friend Kate in Scotland, she had some challenges with it. So all of these things need to be taken into consideration. So if you're finding you're having any problems with your foil and adhesive releasing on the surface, give me a call. We can work through the options, figure out why you might have it, because the failures are rare, but they are caused by specific things. Either too cold, too humid, or you didn't let it set up long enough. Those are the things that happen. All right, put my glasses back on. You know, I'm back in business when the glasses go back on. I'm gonna angle down. We're back with our wreath, and our adhesive has set up nicely in that hot box. The surface is now cool to the touch, which is exactly what I need it to be. And we're gonna start with our foil in lentil. Lentil is a dark green that is sort of an olivey yellow. There's got a little olive in it as opposed to a bright blue green. And I know I put a scissor here, but it's gone. So, you didn't see that, I tore it with my teeth. I'm gonna put this down. Now hopefully this set up well enough that I don't have any weird things happening because I put it in the hot box. I don't normally like to put my adhesives in a hot area just because it doesn't always help the adhesive, but this is a great setup for a classroom. All right, look, it created those patterns, yes. You can see our pine cones. Perfect release with our lentil foil. See, I did have seepage, that's not a big deal, but because I'm gonna go and put another layer of design on here tomorrow, I'm gonna take a slightly newer, non-thin down adhesive and have a more defined pattern over the top of this in a hunter green foil. And you can see the release on this one, everything is the right temperature and everything's set. God, the release is so good. It's just when you do stupid things like I do, not let things set up long enough. Now I want you to see what I just did. I just rubbed that with my finger. When everything's good, oh my gosh, look, I'm rubbing with just my finger. Foil releases. Oh my gosh, that's so good. Alrighty, now I think I might need a little more. Let me use up as much as I can get used on this piece. Where'd my scrubber go? There it is. Okie dokie. Use some here. I try to use up as much of the foil as possible. You know, don't want to waste. Y'all pay good money for this. Oh yeah, it's releasing really nicely. Oh, this is so pretty. Now, I think I'm sort of starting to run out of spots where there's enough foil to actually release on something. I might actually get everything out of this one little piece of foil. Okay, so that released really nicely, and I know I'm gonna have to flash that on there, but look at that pretty pine cone pattern that we've got started there. Oh, I love that. And what I didn't show you before that I was going to, is as you can see, this was our stencil from earlier. Maybe I should put my glove back on before I do something dumb. And you see it's still loaded with bead mixture. So all you do, scrape that back off. Everything that comes back off goes back into the cup. I scraped off so much stuff that I basically have enough to fill in a whole nother tree. Because as you can see, I basically did just create a whole nother tree under there. That comes off as well. And I have enough left to do another stencil. Alrighty, so I'm gonna go back, I'm gonna go get our Santa. Would you mind putting some hot water and soap in the sink?
Okay.
Thank you. Okay, so we have Santa back. And the adhesive is set up nicely. We just gotta let this guy cool down for a second. I'm taking my glove off again. Uh-oh, she's taking her gloves off. Be aware, scary. So we're gonna let this cool down before I put any foil on here so that it doesn't do bad things. If you need to, you just, you wave it around. Look, flapping snowman. And then tomorrow or the next day, we will work on the face and body and get our snowman complete. And I'm gonna use this cute glitter red foil. This is a foil that I'm thinking about bringing in. If you guys like it, tell me so that I can put it in stock. If you don't, it won't be in stock. So I'm gonna take a little piece here, tore it off. I'm gonna put that one there. We're a little warm still because I talked to you about foil adhesive for a minute. Okay, we're getting cooler. And I would like to remind everybody to please share the videos. Every time you share our video, a painter gets a new brush. As we get closer, my bad It's a Wonderful Life references will increase. If you wonder why I hesitate when I say things, I'm concentrating on what I'm doing here and trying to remember what's coming out of my mouth, and sometimes they don't all match up and I have to stop and kind of realign. All right, so we should be cool enough right here now. I'm gonna put this on here. As you can see, I'm just rubbing with my fingers to start out. And then I'll give it a little scrub. Always scrub either vertically or horizontally, because if you scrub in circles, the circles show. Oh my God. Look how perfect that release is. Almost every last bit off. We're gonna peel the tape. Now, this snowman has one heck of a snazzy hat band. And that alone, you could hang this on your front door. Look how cute that is. Gosh, I just love it when I get a good foil release. Sorry, I was holding it up and admiring it for myself. Maybe I should just make sure you all can admire it. So look, here's our snowman. Like I said, tomorrow or the next day, we're gonna start building his face. We'll do his body. I do things in steps. I'm always working on more than one project. That's the only way my time makes sense to me. So I'm gonna set this guy over here to the side, and we're gonna go get our Christmas tree out of the hot box so we can see if any of it has dried, so you can see how cool that looks. I don't guarantee how much is dried. It's not been in there very long. Okay, it's starting slowly because it's only been in there for a few minutes. But if you look up close, right in here in the branches and stuff, you can see that it's starting to clear, and what you're going to see is more crystalline and silvery than white. And then we're also starting tomorrow, we're going to be putting snow on the roof, snow on our chimney. So we got lots of things, fun things going on with these projects. Let me put this back in the hot box and I'll come back and say goodbye. Okay. As you know, with lives, there are no edits, so I can't just pause everything for you all to just, all of a sudden it'll be done and I'm sitting back down and talking. Thank you, Varay. I appreciate you sharing. Any shares are very much appreciated. Facebook algorithms change all the time. You all know I've been in Facebook jail for oversharing myself, so if you could share a little, it would help me out. Yes, I'm an oversharer. So anyway, quick reminder, once again, we have our Black Friday open house and sale. We have with food, drinks, we're making ornaments. So if you can stop by, come by, and you might even get a tarot card reading to start off into the new year. And then we have our, gosh, I keep forgetting what I'm talking about. It's Friday for me too. We have a Shop Small Saturday. Again, we're having that here in the studio. That is 15% off. And Cyber Monday. Now, Cyber Monday deals, they're stacked, meaning that the earlier you shop, the better discount you get. So I suggest you get up early and shop. And our big, fun holiday cutout party where you can come in, you can have the shape of your choice and decorate it in any way that makes you happy. So, please, don't forget us over the holidays. Share, enjoy. And of course, if I missed any questions during the filming of this because the camera was down and I couldn't see it, I will go through these questions. I will answer them so everybody can see them. And after I've posted this to Facebook, I will edit it so that you know in the comment section or up in the header every product that I've used for this and where you can get all of it. All right? Everybody have a wonderful Friday night. I'll talk to you all later. Thanks. Bye.